Hello, everybody. Good evening. It's Friday. What's today? Friday the 7th, April 7th. So welcome, everybody. Today we are going to be using this is a awesome birthday gift from, I can't talk. It's not a good start for where I'm going to be talking for 2 hours as I started with, I can't talk. This is a lovely gift from Renee, which we're going to check out. It is the 20 set of the Caran D'Ache Museums, which I may or may not have played with a little bit already. We tested it out a little bit at the end of stream last time, and then I worked on it on my own a little bit on this page from Maggie's newest book, which at some point I will finish. But first things first, why don't we go ahead and say hello to everybody. Let's see, scroll on up. Kara, sounds good. Kara, thanks for stopping by. Brooke says, oh wait, first of all, question of the day today is, what was your first adult coloring book? Mine was Enchanted Forest. But the reason I asked that is because, I just realized I sounded like the Wizard of Oz. Because. Okay, I'm done. I've colored this page before, back in 2016. It's right there. There it is. I think I used Prismacolors. I would do it so different now, which we're gonna do it different now. But yeah, this was 2016. We'll probably do a similar color palette because this specific color palette I forget what the theme it's called. It's like a marine assortment is what it's called. So there's a lot of blues and stuff. So we'll probably do a similar color palette. We can look at that again later. Let's see. So Brooke says, first coloring book was Johanna's Christmas. It was my birthday gift. I received it back in 2018. 5 years later, I'm hooked on color. I love it, Brooke. Hi, Kenny. Sounds good. Ooh, barbecue chicken. Enjoy your dinner. Let's see. Megan says, question of the day. Technically, it was a book of tattoos, but the first one I ever bought for myself was World of Flowers. That is a wonderful choice. I love the World of Flowers. Let's see. Ev says, is it sad that I can't remember? No, not at all. Absolutely not. Let's see. Enchanted Forest by Johanna. Yep, right there with you, Aaron. Let's see. Dawn, hello. Bonnie says, Secret Garden by Johanna. Very nice. Now, Bonnie, did you get Secret Garden when that was her first coloring book that was out, or did you just get it in later years? Because the paper was so different with the first printing of Secret Garden. It was something. It's definitely improved over the years. Let's see. Let's go ahead and scroll on down. Oh, it's okay, Ev. Let's see, Lynette, only been coloring a little while. My first book was World of Flowers. Again, another World of Flowers, a very good choice. Let's see. Dawn's likes to do butterflies. I love butterflies. Hi, Emily. First coloring book was a Zen Doodle one, not sure of the name. That is okay. I love a good doodle. Let's see, Christina, hello. Shannon, she said, oh, wait, hop down. She said, Fantasia and Mythomorphia. Fantasia and Mythomorphia were your first ones? You were feeling, what's the word? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the word. Ambitious. Ambitious, that's the word. You are a brave woman. Sherry, hello. Hi, Ronnie. She said Johanna Basford's Enchanted Forest or Secret Garden. I can't remember which one was first. Bought in 2015. Just that by 2017 I had both and then got her next release book. I love it. I think Secret Garden technically came out initially in 2013. I might be wrong on that, but 2015 was when I started too. And yeah, that was the year I believe that Enchanted Forest came out. Hi, Alex. Let's see, scrolling down. Yana. Oh, Yana, your first one was Rachel. Wait, wait a minute. Rachel Reiner. Oh my gosh, I love that. Let's see, Secret Garden. Yep. Let's see. Christina says, my first book was Johanna Basford's Secret Garden back in 2015. I had just started my first maternity leave and discovered adult coloring. Christina, that was me exactly. I had the kids. I could do, it was something artistic we could break out with, color a little bit while the baby was sleeping and then put it away. It wasn't any massive art thing. That was literally me right there, except with Enchanted Forest. Nice, Bonnie. So you've been doing this a while. Hi, Marilyn. Out of sorts, gone for 3 days. Aw. Feels like Tuesday. Well, thank goodness it's Friday. The kids have a 4-day weekend because of Easter and Good Friday and all that stuff, which is awesome because my parents are going to be here soon and we're all going to hang out. So it should be real good. You blame Dee Dee. I love it. Melissa, hello. Harry Potter. I love it, Tanya. Let's see. Is that everyone? Did I get everyone? Released in 2013. Okay, perfect. Whew. All right, I like my seriously. You take me to any trivia night based on Johanna Basford, and I think I'll get it pretty good. More than likely a Jade Summers book, but I don't know which one. Very nice. All right, well, I think I'm all caught up. So hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well. Last stream, Friday, was my birthday bash stream. We got all the prizes sent out and everything. We did some awesome coloring, opened this on stream, and it was super, super awesome. So although we tested a little bit and I played with them a bit, today I said that we would work with them together on stream. And I chose this one, because this is from the artist edition of Summer Nights, because since we're doing watercolor, I wanted a paper that was going to hold up to it well. Now, I pulled this one up on Amazon, and I don't think it's as readily available as it used to be. Maybe it's because they're just not any more printings. Let's see, this is the English version. This is copyright in 2017. So yeah, it could be that it's just not as available. I mean, if you're willing to pay like 40 or 50 bucks, then you know. But the same pages are in the regular Summer Nights, but that is what I'm using tonight. It's the artist edition, so if you have it, that's what it is. It's thicker paper. It's like a real nice, thick cardstock. Aw. Yeah, they may or may not be watching, but they're going to be here. They're going to be here tomorrow, which brings me to those 30 of you that are in here. Well, and I'll mention it again at the end. Next week, I am not streaming next week because my actual birthday, see, I celebrated my birthday with you guys on Wednesday, but my actual birthday falls at some point next week. And my parents are going to be here. And so I am going to take some time to be family because I don't get to see them that often. And yeah, so it's all going to be good. But so I won't be here next week, but we'll be back. And when we come back, we're going to be doing Kirby. Well, she flaps it around so you can hear because paper, the thickness makes a sound. I can't be the only one that thinks that. Like, it's just, oh, Brooke, I hope you feel better soon. I love it, Melissa. But yeah, I mean, just by the sound, you can hear it. So flippity flop, flap, flap. But anyway, so yes, I apologize. No stream next week, but we're going to be doing some, you know, we got Easter, we got family, we got birthday. Like, it's going to be a good week. And then we'll be back the following week with the, hi, Marcy, with the 2 weeks of Kirby, although it's already going to be happening, even though I'm not streaming next week, but my slot will be that following week. And we will probably do something in Alien Worlds. I don't know what yet. Honestly, we may do something with watercolors then as well, just because I just find watercolors so much easier with Kirby style, but we'll see. But today, we are going to use this palette. So it's only the 20 pencils and we're going to do it on here. Now this is going to be interesting because we do have a little bit of skin tone here. I checked by my boss's seminar. Oh no! On financial statements. Well, I mean, we all know how much I love math, and that just sounds riveting. Oh man, but I'm glad. You know, work is good. Magical jungle, nice, Marcy. So anyway, yeah, so as far as skin tone colors, we have one brown, we have one cream, well, it's called primrose, and then we've got raw umber, but we can make it work because we've got a little bit of the vermilion, we also have a little bit of orange, so I think we can make it work. Now, like I said, I've done this page before. This was the original one. If I make it a little bit bigger here, so things that I did, not saying that this is like bad, but for me, the way that I've grown in my capabilities since 2016, now I'm putting my arrow over it, but you can't really see it. But so like I put some blue eyeshadow, which of course I get because I did blue hair. But I didn't do any of her strands individually. I was really hesitant. Hi, Kenny. I was really hesitant early on. I was kind of nervous about skin tone, and so her skin tone is very, very light. Like I didn't go very dramatic. The flowers in the crown, I'd probably do a little bit different, but it's just, you know, I've gotten more used to the, hi, Amy. I've gotten more used to the colors and everything. But so this is what I did in 2016. Like I said, we'll probably do a semi-similar color palette with this one. Sorry, I know my hands are super shaky today. With parents coming to visit, I was doing mad dash cleaning today, so I was, that's awesome. Weather was great and spent as much time as possible on the balcony of my hotel room. Oh, that sounds so relaxing, Ev. I love it. But yeah, so I was cleaning a lot today, and whenever the tremors are always like worse whenever I strain my muscles. So like I went to I don't know, like I am like beyond weak. I need to start working out and bulking up those muscles or whatever. But anyway, I had gone to Five Below and I picked up these stools, and I had been carrying the stools like both in one arm, and I put them in the making that bigger and smaller. It's freaking out. No, that's just me. Anyway, I had strained my arms carrying the muscles, and I went to go get a sandwich from this place, and like my hand was like going nuts. So anytime that I like overexert myself, like it's worse. Also, I did have evening coffee because after I was done cleaning, I sat down for a minute and I almost fell asleep, and I was just like, oh my, I'm streaming tonight. I can't be asleep like this. So that's okay, Kenny. That's okay. Pixie, cow, chicken, goose, mouse, dog, bug, bird, squirrel, horse, frog, rooster, turkey, princess. It is my goal every time to say that without tripping up. But if nobody's reading chat and they're watching this back, they're going to think like I'm having a stroke or something. I'm not. I'm just saying Tanya's name. So tools that we have today, I guess you can't see it because I have this picture up. We can take that down. We can always revisit it later if we want to. I'm not using a water brush. Last time we did the watercolor pencils with Derwent, I used the water brush, but today I am going to be using the regular paintbrushes. I gotta tell you, I need to get some new paintbrushes. I am so rough on my paintbrushes, it's not even funny. But these are the ones we're using. It is a smattering of a bunch of different ones. I have the link for this one, this one is Hobby Lobby, generic brand. This one I think I've had since college, and it is a number 10 round Princeton. So, I mean, this is like, gosh, I'm gonna be 37. This is like 19 years old. It's clearly. Yeah, Paul does. He takes them and he knocks them to the ground. It's very rude. Nice, Kenny. Yeah, I think I did Enchanted Forest and then Secret Garden. All right, so I feel like the hair is not going to be that difficult. I'm feeling like we should dive in with the skin tone and kind of get it done and out of the way. What do y'all think? I think we should. Okay, but we're gonna do it a little bit differently because we are limited on our colors. And this is like, I enjoy doing a limited color palette. I think it's a great way to challenge ourselves. Let's just start with these three here. I did briefly think about doing like an obscure skin tone, but I think we're gonna do normal skin tone, but I think we'll do blue hair. Like I'm thinking that'll work. But because I have only 3 colors to work with, I wanna be a bit more subtle, because I mean, if I were to lay this brown on here, because I'm doing a lighter skin tone, it would just be way too dark and way too much. So we're gonna use these pencils, and like, I don't know, I know there's a lot of people that probably use the watercolor pencils differently. This is how I feel most comfortable with them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna color in a full layer of this primrose first. We're gonna do that directly on the paper. Then we'll go ahead and wet it. Let's see, how do I get this little heart out of the way? Let's see, no, it just stays there. Like whenever I look up, I can't read, like, oh no, stop doing things. I can't read what's there. Hang on. Remember, you can always fix the skin with little pastels or nude eyeshadow. That is true. That is true. So we're going to be using these 2 pencils as a sort of palette. Like we'll get water directly from them and then apply it with a paintbrush and less the pencil directly on the paper. So first things first, we're going to do primrose. Or is it? Yeah, it's primrose. It's primrose. Sorry, not primrose, primrose. Let's go ahead and zoom in. So, like I said, these are the Caran D'Ache Museum's wonderful birthday gift. I was so awesome. I actually opened them on stream on Wednesday, so if you want to see that, you can always go back and watch that one. I don't want that to fall. I don't trust my hands tonight. Okay, there we go. So let's move that over a smidge. Pan Pastel Skin Tone set is my friend. I actually have never tried pan pastels. Okay, so we're gonna do primrose. We're just going to lay down, basically it's a cream color, and we are just gonna do completely cover her skin here. I'm not gonna worry too much about her little baubles that she has hanging on here, just because this is a pretty light color and we're gonna go over it later. But this is going to be interesting. Like I said, we've basically got a vermilion and a raw umber. If I was using a full range of skin tones, like I would definitely I would definitely pick different ones. But it's almost like I said, it's almost like a challenge to try and create something with limited pencils. Okay. Hi, Angela. How are you? Okay. And we're going to do her neck at the same time because if I don't, I will forget it. And then at the end, we can pull up that picture again and compare it. Now, granted, if I was using Prismacolors, it'd be a little bit more fair. So obviously it's going to look a little different because we're using limited colors and a completely different medium. Okay, let's see. For our brush, this is just a #1 round. I don't know, I'll be honest, guys, like I am not too particular about my paintbrushes. Here are the things that I look for in paintbrushes, and like signs when I start to get a new one is when like maybe the tip of the brush got ruined or it's too frayed or whatever else. But basically, I'm not too picky about like the kind of, you know, whether it's synthetic or it's, I don't know, I've heard ones that are like real squirrel hair. I don't know, I'm not painting with any squirrels, but basically the only pet peeve I have about paintbrushes is when the bristles come out. So I'm doing good, Angela, how are you? Is when the bristles come out, and that just drives me up the wall. So I want a high enough quality that I'm not going to be, you know, losing bristles. And I also want something, I know when you're doing watercolor, like paintbrushes that can absorb a lot of water, like all that. But because I am not a professional watercolorist and I don't do, you know, I don't sell any of my watercolor stuff, it's just for me, I'm really not too picky about my brushes. I have a set of brushes listed in the description below for a big set of the Transon, which are good. They didn't lose bristles. I was just probably a little rougher with the collection of them. Okay, that was too much water. All right, so obviously it's not changing too much just because it's just a cream, but we're getting some of that moisture on here. I do have my heat gun on standby here, so we're definitely going to be using that. Although this is a thicker cardstock, it is still paper. It's not watercolor paper. So we want to, not that watercolor paper isn't paper, but we just want to be aware of how much we're soaking it. That was way too much. Okay, I'm clearly all over the place tonight, but that's okay. All right. Looks like got through the entire collection. Wait, collection of what? Was that reference to something I just said? Sorry. Okay, so let's see. Let's try this for a second because I can see it kind of bowing already. I didn't put any tape down because honestly, when I use the heat gun, the tape doesn't really stick anyway. So I'm just gonna dry it frequently. The heat gun is just a Chandler tool. I think I got it on Amazon. Like, it's not too, let's see. I had a foamy squirrel that Lindsay the Crafter recommended, and I love those Princeton Snap. No real squirrel in my brushes. Okay, that works. Not Maryland. Oh, it was looking at my Instagram page. I gotcha. Look at that. See, that was too much heat, and I'm already curling the paper. I'm sure you can see in the little camera there. See, it's already curling. That's okay though. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna. I keep saying we. Me. I'm going to. All right, so I have my little ceramic palette. I do have the link for this one. It's exclamation point palette, I believe, or it might be just sitting in the description. But it's just a ceramic palette. So obviously raw umber is going to be pretty dark. So we are going to start lightly. Now I'm not mixing the red or the umber. We're going to just put the raw umber directly on. And we're just going to start lightly. I think that's almost a little too light. So we're going to grab a little bit more of that pigment. There we go. All right, and we're gonna start laying in our shadows. Now, a lot of times I do, if I'm doing portraits, I will do grayscale like Christine Caran. And Hanna Karlzon was actually probably, trying to think back, I think she was my first step into really portraits of any kind. So she doesn't always draw like all the features, like any part of the bridge and the nose. There really isn't anything for you to follow there. So I will say coloring at Christine Caran's it's kind of trained me to kind of my frame of thought when trying to decide where do my shadows go. So, I mean, it's good for practice, but I think I definitely prefer something not really heavy grayscale, but light grayscale like Christine's. But like I said, after coloring hers, I kind of have a better idea of where my shadows are going to go. We're going to go heavier with this too. This is just our first, ma'am, wait, ma'am, what? What did help? All right, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I have this. How much coffee have you had? I had a cup of coffee this morning that was half cat. Really, I've had like 1 full cup of coffee because I've had 2 cups of coffee, but they were half calves, so like, you know, it was spread out. But hey, it's either super fast talking all over the place me or really sleepy me because I've been cleaning all day. Oh, Ev, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. I mean, I assume you guys like it when I'm chatty, although, you know, there are those few fun comments I get where apparently I talk too much. Well, you know, if people knew me in real life, they know this actually isn't, this is pretty much normal for me. I am one of those people. I'm one of those cracks me up because I feel like I ran a marathon after you stream. Hey, you know what? It's okay. It gets me tired for bedtime. Because that was the other thing as I was debating. I was like, if I have a cup of coffee now, I'm going to be up like all night. Probably not all night, but I definitely stay up later. It comes in handy when I know I have to be up all night because, you know, the kids are sick or whatever. But, you know, thank heavens we are on the other side of that now. But, you know, it would either be sleepy me or overly energized, like all over the place me. So, you know, it's a good workout. It'll keep me super perky for words on stream. Sorry. My train of thought, you know, it's like, I don't really, like, I can't remember the last time I had alcohol. I don't really drink, like, at all. But I feel like extra coffee is about as close as you guys are gonna get to me ever, like, drink. Ooh, you know what I should do? Sorry, my brain is, I'm all over the place. Little Steve is much better. We thought he was gonna be able to skate out without a cough because he didn't really have one during the flu, but it has picked up since. But ever since, he's always been a little chesty whenever he is sick. And so way back when he was little, he had bronchitis, and our doctor prescribed him albuterol with a nebulizer, not like an inhaler per se, but it's a nebulizer machine. And so because she knows that he frequently gets coughs that just linger, like all get out, she keeps a prescription of albuterol on hand for us. So despite the fact that he does have a cough, we're able to do the nebulizer with him, which really just kind of helps to open up his airways and helps him to breathe a little bit easier. He doesn't have like asthma or anything, but it does help when we're trying to get him over the hump for that cough. If you were anyway, I think someone kidnapped you. Exactly. No, I don't know. I mean, it's a live stream, and so I feel like it'd be super awkward if I didn't say anything. I figure as long as my hand's moving. I don't know. Like sometimes people get upset. They feel like we didn't like get enough done, but I really feel like learning is almost secondary when we do the live streams, because it's really, I don't know. When I do a live stream, I'm not in the frame of mind of, you know, I'm gonna teach how to do all this. I'm more of a, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends kind of thing. You know, like, I don't know about you guys, but like making friends when you are an adult, and I'm just building up these layers, by the way. Making friends when you are an adult is not like as easy, especially if you work from home. You don't have, you know, like coworkers. You don't have employees. You have you. And I don't know. I feel like over the years I've become a bit of a homebody, and I like, you know, I like my stuff. I like my house. I like my things. Yeah, Amy, that is. Oh my gosh, I feel like I want that like on a shirt or something like up at the top of the live stream. That is perfect. I don't live stream to be productive. That is so on point. And so, like I said, it's just like, you know, we're hanging out and having fun. Like, I feel like this is the equivalent if we were all to like take over a coffee shop and just hang out and chat. Like, that's what it is. If I wanted to just straight up teach then I would do recorded videos. But I'll be honest, I do not enjoy editing. I do it, and I do it to look nice when I do it, but I definitely prefer a live stream over editing. Did nebulizer trees, my son, also super helpful with the congestion. Yes, exactly. It's like it almost breaks that up. They sell small portable neb machines now. What? Yeah, because we got this one maybe like six years ago or so, and the machine is probably about it's about this big, and I don't know, it's kind of like this. It's the same nebulizer machine that I used when I worked in a retirement home, and they had to use it. And so it's got like, you know, it's got the tube, it's got the mouthpiece and everything, and then you put the medicine in the little piece, and then he breathes it for like 15 minutes, and it helps it so he can actually like sleep at night. It's like a meeting with a bunch of friends for coffee and chatting and having fun. Exactly. So I totally get, though, like if people can't be here for the live stream, if they're just watching it back, they might not quite understand what the dynamic is. I mean, when people tell me that I talk too much, I'm like, it's a live stream. I mean, I could sit here in silence and just, you know, turn the music up, I suppose. But where's the fun in that? I mean, anybody that's been around here for a while, I mean, tonight's evidence of it. I like to talk, and I do it. Don't know how many times I've had to explain it. If I want to work, I work. If I want to chill, I hang. Live streams are way more fun, right? They're just, you know, they're all good. Hi, Bird Lady and Kim. Hi. Yeah, exactly. Everyone needs downtime. So, you know, it's a cool down time. But yeah, so I don't know, like as far as making friends in real, I do have some friends that we'll have coffee with every now and then, but I mean, I probably talk to you guys more than I talk to any of my real life friends. I'm happy with my home and my things and my husband and my stuff and my kids, and I don't know, going out and doing stuff. Oh, if you hear any coughing, by the way, that's just little Steve. They're getting ready to go in bed. It's almost like exhausting. Like if I were to meet up with real life friends like 3 times a week, I would just need a big nap afterwards. I do have some friends. Well, you are a lot. I know it. The jungle one, that one's a good one. I do have some, but I don't know. Like when you go to see, here's the thing. I don't like putting on real pants. Okay. I like my leggings. I've probably put on makeup more lately. But when you go out and like in public with the rest of society, there is I don't know. I feel like it's just so much easier with you guys. I don't have to wear makeup. I can live in my leggings. Although, I mean, I do have a friend that comes over for coffee, and then I really do just like, it's just the leggings and stuff. But you know, we go to Costco every now and then, so that's fun. Exactly, Melissa, exactly. Like we are in no way, you know, boom, class is in session. This is what we're doing. You better take notes because I'm not repeating it and everything will be on the test. But you don't know when the test is going to be. It's going to be a surprise test, so pay attention. Oh my gosh, I would be like the worst. Oh yeah, I practically live in them, Kim. Like I do not enjoy having to wear real pants. It says I interacted with live people more this week than I have in a year. I'm good with being face to face with people for a year. Exactly. That is true. You would not know if I wore pants, but I would know. And like you hear those horror stories of like streamers. It happens more on Twitch and for girls that dress slightly more scantily clad. But you know, like clothing slips or whatever. I don't want to risk that. Like, what if the camera falls? Like, do you guys? Okay, some of you that have been here for a while probably remembers right before I got this camera stand that I'm using. I knocked I used to have a tripod above me and it had 3 legs. So I had a leg that was in front of me and 2 to the right and left. And we were looking through some books and it was right after I got this new camera. So of course I was completely mortified because, you know, the community helped come together so that I could get the camera. And I knocked the tripod off the desk and the whole thing just went flying. I mean, I'm in a t-shirt and leggings, so we're good. The whole thing went flying and the camera like tilted up. I'm pretty sure everyone's, so it would be just my luck that if for some reason I chose not to wear pants on stream, something would happen. I would knock something over and then everybody would see my underpants. And you know, I don't feel like getting famous for that. Sitting here in red sweatpants and 10-year-old Chris Isaac concert t-shirt. Yeah, I'm literally in like a black Hanes t-shirt with my black leggings and my Doctor Who fuzzy socks. So, you know. You guys headed to bed?
Yeah.
All right, love you. Get some sleep. Don't forget to pull out your bed.
Love you.
Love you too.
Hi, chat.
You got the door on your way out?
Yeah.
Okay, we should dry this a little bit. Everybody says nighty night. There you go, stupid face gets nice on top, PJs on the bottom. Good night, bud. Get some sleep.
Night. Night, chat.
He's got a little stuffy nose. All right, we're gonna finish drying that real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really, it's not like I hide what I look like. I mean, I'm sure you can, there's some older pictures on Instagram, I think, but I don't know. I like the no pressure of a face cam. I feel like I would, I don't know. We got 2 cams. We're all good. Get see, this is my hand cam. You get my hand cam. That's what you get. 2 p.m. here in New Zealand. No bedtime here. Yeah. On the weekends, they get to go to bed at 9, but weekdays it's 8 o'clock. They actually have a 4-day weekend, so it's good stuff. All right, she's coming along. She's definitely ending up a little bit darker than I anticipated, but it's okay. We're gonna roll with it. Nail talk for the people that only like teaching. What is the color? This is actually, so my mother-in-law, she had sent me a t-shirt earlier this week, but the other part of my birthday present arrived because on my personal wish list, I always keep a bunch of nail polish listed for nail polish that I want, but can't justify getting for myself. So tonight's nail polish is a new one. It's Venom, and it's actually, I need to get a handle on, this is one of those magnetic nail polishes where you paint them and then you put a magnet over the top, but I don't have the magnet that's supposed to come with it. I'm using a different one, and I don't know that it's working quite well. So I think I'll need to get the magnet one that goes specifically with this. And then this one I haven't used yet. This is Stardust, but you can tell it's a chrome one. Do you see how on the corners of it, it's like blue and kind of purpley? I don't know. I'm gonna do this one next, but thanks, Marsha. I do like my nail polish. Oh, look, it's all blurry. Let's fix that. There we go. And it's super bright. There we go. Nice, Kim. Oh, those are good. I can't remember if we've talked about it already, but have they announced if they're coming out with any new ones? I'm always trying to keep an eye out for it. I follow because I know that Albert does most of his announcements like on Facebook and stuff. There we go. And just a reminder for those of you that weren't here on Wednesday, and if you haven't heard of it yet, it's kind of traveled around the Instagram news. Book Depository is closing. Won the world's magnetic nail polish. So within, and it's like all non-toxic and it's safe. Within the nail polish itself, there's tiny little metallic flecks that react. Like, let's see, actually, I wonder if it'll react in the bottle. It might not be close enough. Okay, so let's see. I wonder, let's get this in focus. Basically, the idea is you paint your nails and before it dries, you use a magnet. Now, this is a really just super strong magnet that I have that I've been using for it. I don't know if it'll change it. Okay, do you see how it got, well, probably not, how it got a little bit darker? Let's move it to the other side. Okay, do you see how green this is? Sorry, I know my hands are shaking. I can't help it. We'll just roll with it. Okay, do you see how green this is? Now we're gonna put this on top, and if it works, it should be a little bit darker. There you go. You see how black that is? It shifts the flecks within the nail polish, and so the idea is sometimes you get these kind of cool collections of like a shinier bit. I don't know. I didn't do it right. Like, but do you see how it's a little bit like greener at the tip and blacker at the base. That's because this causes the metallic flecks in it to move around. So there's the green. I'll place the magnet on top again. And now it's a dark black. So you can almost change the way the nail polish looks even after it's already on your nails. Yeah, it's really cool. I have an orange one too. ILNP, which is that brand of nail polish, they've just started releasing magnetic nail polishes. And it's just, you know, one other little pretty effect to it. Yes, mourning the end of Book Depository. So if it is magic nail polish. Hi, Heather. Sounds good. So yeah, Book Depository. They, any orders that you place, not pre-orders, but any orders that you place, I mean, unless the pre-order comes out before, their last day is the 24th. So if you need to order anything from there, I would do it ASAP. Okay. So we are gonna add a little bit more color to her face. And we have this very bright vermilion. Zoom out a little bit so you can see. Okay, so it's pretty bright, but it is the closest to red that we have. Sorry, I had to answer the door. You're good. No, you know, I have had people like, they'd be like, oh, nail talk, I'm falling asleep. I'm sorry, we're just chatting. You know, like you guys literally, you know my hands better than you know me probably. And you know, nails are a thing. Ton of magnet nail polish videos on YouTube, super fun, and regular and gel polishes. Yeah, I'm not quite adept at that yet. Chameleon type polishes. Oh man, ILNP, there's a link for it in the description below. I'm not like affiliated with them in any way. I don't even get like any kind of thing for recommending it. I just literally love them. One of the things is, it is a, what is it? Where they have like the five C's or something. It's a clean, non-toxic nail polish. So for someone who paints, you know, I paint my nails. Woo! Thanks, hands. That was appreciated. I paint my nails like all the time. And so I try to use fairly quality, you know, quality nail polish, stuff that is non-toxic, that, you know, I don't really have to worry about in the long run. Little Emily likes to have her nails painted too. So in general, I try to use pretty quality nail polish, and it's right up there with that. Just bought a few Orly. I feel like I think I've seen that brand. But what I'm going to do, what am I going to do? Source of, yes, I know. Oh, wait. Somebody, hold on, I'm gonna grab a link. Somebody mentioned, actually I won't grab a link because I haven't tested this link out, but the name of it, and you guys can tell me if you've heard of it. Somebody messaged me, was it on Instagram? Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up because I had somebody, oh, here we go. Okay, so one day, Ellen, she messaged me on Instagram. She said, pass it around. Blackwells.co.uk offers free shipping to the US and carries all of our favorites. Has anybody heard of Blackwells? I meant to look that up later today, but it looks like a legit link. Trading since 1879, Blackwell of Oxford is the largest academic and specialist bookstore in the UK. Fast dispatch, carefully packaged, worldwide delivery. So free shipping to the US. That could, that's right. I meant to look that up. Has anybody heard of them? Still working on the Happy Birthday Bunny picture in Minuet de Bonnier. I thought it looked flat, so I'm doing more shading. Oh, that's awesome. There's some color pencils you want instead. Okay, so we're gonna add some more of this red here because we definitely need to add a little bit to her lips. But like I said, I wanted to go really light with these colors since they're so bright, so I did not put pencil to paper. Let's see, hang on, I gotta go back here. Academic books, yeah, I can get new math books. Okay, cool. So, I mean, I haven't checked for color. I haven't, you know, verified that they do indeed have ours. But yeah, Blackwells, according to this message I got on Instagram, is a place. So if anybody wants to check that out, Blackwells is legit. They even ship to New Zealand. I had to get a psych text from. Oh, very cool. Okay, well, yeah, that might be an alternative. I don't know how their prices are, if they're any good or if they're comparable. I don't know, maybe we should compare prices before Book Depository's website goes down. That probably isn't a terrible idea. But if they're, you know, I'm gonna check to see what they have, but if that's the case, then I will like make a post on Instagram or something and be like, all right, for all those of us mourning the loss of Book Depository, here is a potentially, sorry. Yeah, she says that it carries all the favorites, but that's just according to the message that I have not confirmed it in any way yet. Let's see, she's checking everything. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little bit more. We're gonna do just a little bit more brown. Sorry, I'm thinking about how I want to do this because I think we might bring in a little bit of like green perhaps, but I do want to define her nose here. That's a little bit dark. All I can say is the pigment in these pencils is just fantastic. Like it's just been a joy to work with. Like you just really don't need much of it. It's fantastic. All right, let's go down the other side. Like I made a reel after we opened them, and it was just like, I seriously, like I have been missing out. I don't see myself, you know what I should do? Because the only other, probably the best watercolor pencils I've used previously to this were the Albrecht-Dürer. But I think I need to like at some point compare the two, because yeah, it's awesome. Oh yeah, Deborah, that was us. That was us. I mean, thankfully the rest of us all passed her. And little Steve's fever never got higher than 101. So I think that the fact that we got the flu shot helped it not be quite as bad as it could have been. So, which was so good because I was really concerned that my parents were going to have to cancel visiting just because, you know, they were sick. I can't have them come here if one of the kids has the flu, you know? All right. Let's see. Let's do a little bit darker here. I think once this dries, we'll get a better idea of how light it is because it always looks darker when it's wet. So we are going to, oh, plus that's really bright for you guys. Hang on. That is much more accurate to what it was. It's a little bit darker than what you guys can see, but we're going to dry this. And then we're gonna work on the hair a little bit, and then we'll probably revisit the skin. I want to try and get the majority of this done tonight. We'll see though. What time is it? 9:11? I think we could do it. All right, so we have Easter this weekend. Is anybody planning anything? You got everything ready? We're gonna, I was waiting to do any of like the dying Easter eggs stuff until my parents got here. So we're gonna do some Easter eggs. We're gonna do, you know, an egg hunt for the kids. We'll be doing, you know, Easter baskets, all the good stuff. Okay, so I haven't swatched these yet either. I'm gonna grab, where is that? Here we go. I'm gonna grab this one. This is what we played with last time, and I'm trying to remember how dark this is because we need to choose a base color for our hair. I don't know that I wanna quite do the super light one. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Let's see. First adult coloring, oh, hi Deanna. First adult coloring book was Hannah Lynn, Halloween in the early days of the pandemic. Ah, see, I bet you that a lot of people picked it up then. I had my flu shot also, so did my dad. Didn't want to get him, didn't want him to get it even though he had his shot, so I tried to distance myself. Hope to have a dinner with him tomorrow. Yeah, well, I mean, it's for us, like with the kids going back to school, they have to be fever-free for 24 hours. Oh. Bob is checking out Blackwell's. They have Kirby's and it says price includes shipping to USA. So is the price higher or lower than what it was on Book Depository since it includes shipping? Going to your aunt's house? Nice. Okay, so we are going to start with, I should not have sharpened that. That was not necessary. I don't want to eat these up faster, faster than I need to. So we're going to use light blue now. And I haven't really said what colors are in here. Hang on. For those of you that have the museums or are curious what's in here, the color list for these ones, this is, hang on, ultramarine violet, and then we've obviously got the vermilion and the raw umber. This is cornelian, this is beryl green, this is permanent blue, then we have lemon yellow, light blue, dark ultramarine, middle cobalt blue. This one is light cobalt blue. Then we got ivory black, white, turquoise blue, night blue, cobalt green, dark sap green, Payne's gray, and chromium oxide. Yeah, oxide green. Yeah, because from what I get, I have to double check, but I think what it is that they offer different groupings of colors. So I had put this one on my wish list because, hello, blue is my favorite color. So, thanks, Deanna. Johanna's books are similarly priced. $13.17 for Aliens. Oh my gosh. I'll be in Fort Lauderdale preparing for my first cruise on Monday. Nice, Tammy. That sounds exciting. That may legitimately be a good substitution for anyone that's purchased from there. What's the shipping speed? I mean, I know Book Depository was always a little bit slower, but I'd be curious. Let's see. And Hannah's Tales from the City Among the Stars is 15. Guys, that's really similar. This may be a good alternative. I might have to check them out. I wonder, because I know a lot of times the only place that you could get Hannah's, sorry, I'm trying to move this up here, move slowly. Hannah's other books were Book Depository, but I wonder where she'll move to selling her early books. Next color pencil purchase will be watercolor pencils. I want either the Caran D'Ache or the Faber-Castell Aperture, so I'll be saving my pennies. I think you'll be good to go with either of them. It's so nice. Yeah, that's fair. There's a lot of delays like everywhere. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay down just one layer. Now, if I was doing regular color pencils, I probably wouldn't do it this way, but you know, different pencils work differently, and so this is how I do it with these ones. So we're gonna we're gonna lay down one color all the way across, and we are going to go ahead and wet it like we did previously, and then we will add our other colors. I don't know yet what color we're gonna do the flowers. I'm gonna just roll with it. My goal first is to finish her. But it will be interesting to, let's see, this goes all over here. It will be interesting to compare this one with the one that I did, what, 2016? So that was 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 7 years. Holy heck, I have been coloring for 8 years. That's insane. I believe this June or July, it'll be the 3-year stream anniversary. Like, it's crazy, like how long I've been doing this. I mean, I've always been arty, but yeah, I picked up my first one in 2015, and I feel like things have changed so much. In fact, I've been debating, let's see, is that here? Let's see. I'm gonna see how I colored it the first time. Let's see. Okay. I didn't color that as hair. We're good. Crud, I forgot where I was going. Oh, right. So I was looking through like my old Instagram, and every now and then I'll get a comment on really old videos about, you know, how they're lacking in various ways or whatever else. But I'm thinking that I might like archive some of my like very first YouTube videos, because I mean, they are in no ways representative of how the channel is now. Let's see. Haven't been here since the rules. That's new. Wait, did we put the rules? Wait, what rules? I mean, I do have rules for my channel, but they've been here since ages. Thought for those who want to save and can wait or want older titles, there's Abe's books. Oh, you have to be careful about reading. Is it a Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the rules have always been here. And you have a section in your channel to put them in so that people can see them. But yeah, it must automatically, especially if you haven't been here a little bit, which you haven't. Hi, Ambient, how you doing? Yeah, I think it pops up as like as an okay thing. But yeah, I think just in general. Some rules were created, you know, because of various situations that have arisen over the years. But, you know, I think that's about normal for anything until you come across a situation you don't know you need a rule for it. And then until you do. Yeah, I like Real Still. It's good. Let's see. I ordered a bunch of coloring books from Abe. Some were out of print and didn't read the description well enough and wound up with some colored pages in your books. That happened to me once. I ordered a book on eBay. It was a Buffy the Vampire Slayer coloring book. And it was a used coloring book, but they didn't say anything about how, you know, they said that it was in good condition and all the pages were like new and, you know, everything like that. And I was like, okay, cool. So I get it. And like 3 of the pages, some kid like scribbled on it. I was like, nope, I don't think so. So I returned it, which was a shame because it's an out of print coloring book. And I was just like, oh, but I don't know. They were on the good pages too. Okay, we're almost done. We might actually just work on this one half. I want to make sure we can get as much done as possible. So if you are using it for educational purposes, you can follow along. I don't know, I feel like my schedule has been so scattered, it's hard for us to like finish a picture together, but at some point I'll post a finished picture. Ace carries used or overstocked books. I got the one of my Kincaid books for, oh, it was new and was originally stocked a store down the road for me. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and use our flat brush here. This is a number 6 Da Vinci brush. So we're gonna go ahead and, oh, that's not nearly enough water. Hang on. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wet this through, kind of smooth out this texture here. A bit more water. I don't want to soak it too much. We'll dry it before we add our other color. But this is just kind of our base color, and this color will be where our highlights are. So rather than being able to add highlights on top, we need to take into, oh my gosh, all over the place. We need to take into consideration where we want our highlights to be when we're adding our darker colors. I'm feeling that coffee, guys. Feeling that coffee. I think I finished my coffee at like 7. Sounds good. Sounds good, bird lady. Right? Absolutely. I've always used Abe's books to get my hands on older Forgotten Realms books. Oh, see, I hadn't even heard of Abe's. Oh, that was too much water. If there is a puddle on my paper, it was way too much. I mean, if it was watercolor paper, it might feel a little bit differently, but this is thicker card. Oh, that was a lot. We're gonna spread it out real quick. This is thicker cardstock, but yeah, the more water you add to it, the quicker your paper is gonna break down. And that's especially true if you're doing this in a normal coloring book. Although, you know, the higher quality coloring books do have thicker paper, they still have their limitations. Let's see. Okay, the real name is Abe Books. Okay, gotcha. It's kind of like the store is called Joanne Fabrics, right? But I always call it Joanne's. I don't know, but at no point has there ever been an S after Joanne's. So I'm occasionally getting out of the line here, but to fix that while it's still wet, I just kind of push it and wipe it off. All right, so gosh, this is so bright for you guys. There we go, that's more accurate. Go ahead and dry it. Let's see, Abe Books sells new, used, collectible, and pretty much any book you can think of. That's cool. All right, well, it's nice to know that, you know, like there's Blackwell's and Abe, so it's nice to know we won't be completely, you know, completely shot for our options. I'm moving to my left hand real quick, gotta fix the thing, there we go. My YouTube studio was only showing me the video at like 144p, and so I'm like, why is everything pixelated? There we go. I do wish she was smiling more. She just looks miserable. She's like, really? You're using this color on my face? Didn't you know that my skin's actually purple? And I say, I'm sorry, lady on the coloring page book. I'm not crazy. Okay, well, maybe I'm a little crazy. There you go. See, we're already going like darker. Like she just has a softer look about her right now. But of course, we haven't added in a lot of the shadow. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so for our next color, do we want to do, like I said, I haven't swatched these. Do we want to do, this is dark ultramarine, or let's check the middle. This is the middle cobalt blue. And this one could be really pretty, the turquoise blue. That could be really pretty. Let's just check all the blues real quick so we can see. All right, and that is night blue. Thank you. Thanks. We were just talking about that. It is a new color I got for my birthday. It's Venom. It's the ILMP, and the color is Venom. This one was part of their whole fall line. I'm telling you, every time they come out with their new like seasonal lines, like I'm just like, do what? But I refrain and drop the ones I want on my personal wish list with the hope that at some point I will convince myself to get them. Okay, I'm thinking night blue and the turquoise because those are really pretty. So let's start with our middle color and let's do the turquoise. Oh, you have it, right? It's so pretty. In the oven, didn't turn it on. I wonder why it was starting to smell like dinner. I've totally done that. Thank you. You know, it's funny. I've never thought too much about the color that goes with my skin tone. I remember okay, so we're using turquoise blue. There was this time that I had gotten my nails done at a salon, and it was a guy, like I think he was the owner because he was always there and he was always doing nails and everything. And I can't even remember what color I chose, but he gave me a look like, oh, really? You're choosing that color? Because he was like looking at my skin tone and he's like, I don't know. I went with it anyway because I haven't really thought about it. But I mean, I guess it makes sense. There are some colors that work with, you know, different skin tones or whatever, but I don't know. I just sort of like whatever color I'm feeling at the moment. I mean, I've got like a pastel yellow on my list of polishes I want to eventually get. I've got like a seafoam green, which is funny because I've never been a huge fan of seafoam green, but I was like, I need some brighter colors. It's more like I look at all the colors that I have and I go, all right, what is missing from my rainbow? Yeah, ILNP. So Angela, if you go to the description, I have a link at the very bottom for the nail polish that I like. Like I said, I'm not affiliate. I'm not commissioned. Like absolutely nothing. I literally just have that because it's my favorite nail polish brand. And if you look at a lot of the nail polishes that are like in the grocery store, like OPI or wherever else, the pricing is about the same. The only thing that sucks about getting the ILNP one is that you have to pay shipping. So you end up paying like $3 or $4. I think, depending on how many you're getting. Like if you order just a single bottle, it's like $3 or $4. So the nail polish itself ends up being like $14. But if you're getting multiples, like at some point, you can order them from Amazon, but whenever I order the nail polish, I haven't ordered any in a while, but whenever I do order the nail polish, I do it from their website because you can earn points, and it literally costs the exact same on their website, even as far as the shipping is concerned, because you have to pay shipping even when you order it from Amazon. Anyway, you get points that you could collect that eventually can work as a discount. So in general, it's just better to ship from their website since you don't get it any faster or any cheaper having it be on Amazon. Sorry, I like nail polish, guys. Yeah, cool undertone or warm undertone does make a difference, but yeah, I go by feel. I have those colors, pastel yellow and seafoam green. Yes! Of Essie. Yes, so I was at Target yesterday and I was looking at their nail polishes just to see what they had, and I saw those colors for Essie. I had this set of Museum Aquarelle for a year. Blick finally had their open stock sale for $1.85 and bought the rest of them. Nice, Deanna. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the Caran D'Ache brand for you. It's gonna be higher. I think Steve had gotten me the original set of 76 of the Caran D'Ache, and I want to say that it was a Christmas present, and I think it was like 300 something. Easily the most expensive set that we've ever purchased. And then Marcy was amazing. And she surprised me with the remaining colors that I needed for the set. And it was just like I said, anytime I get something Caran D'Ache, it's like, you know, the skies open up and everything lights up. There's glow and it's but these are just like amazing. I was so surprised when I opened them. Like I said, I opened them on stream on Wednesdays. You guys go back. I did it at the beginning of stream, so you don't have to sift through too much of it. All right, we're coming along. So when we get this wet, this is gonna be very different. And I'm gonna watch because I don't want to cover up my highlight color too much because this darker color will drag down across the other lighter colors. So we'll wet this medium color first, and then when we go in with our darker color, which one is it? What did I say? The night blue. Then we're gonna do that one slowly as well. Open them in Tanya. You open them in Tanya? How did you open them inside Tanya? Tanya, what's happening? No, I know it's a typo. I mean, the logistics of that just this it questions me. Like, it's cool. It's cool. Oh goodness, it's all good fun. All right, so this is taking me a little longer than I anticipated, so we're gonna add the water to this section so we can keep moving on. I want to get done as much as possible, and I want to do some of the flowers at least a little bit. I may go with their watercolor pencils, maybe a 40 set, then I'll build from it. See, it's perfect. I start with a mini set of Supras. Oh, the Supras. I want to try the Supras too. Because the Supras are the watercolor version of the Pablos, right? Okay. Almost done with this section. But yeah, so mostly just cleaning up, and then we'll have family visiting and Easter stuff and whatnot. I'm gonna do roast chicken. I got a big one. I don't know, ham's okay. I just have to be in the right mood for ham. Okay, we just got a little bit left here. See, already you can see the difference with my highlights from the last one. You see how I did like almost like a line across with my mid color rather than the individual strands? So that's definitely something I've changed over time. Yep, Supras, wet Pablos. I love it, wet Pablos. I will say out of the two, the museums were what I was most curious about, because I mean, the Lumis are so soft, and Shannon said that these ones were just buttery, and my goodness, was she right. These are just glorious, and there's just so much pigment in them. Like, it's just fabulous. Oh, and the rain's finally stopped too, so it should be actually clear tomorrow. That'll be nice. Ham, yams, and baked beans. There you go. Billy, not a ham fan, but my dad is, so I'll be getting a ham tomorrow. There you go. All right, so we're gonna use my #1 round here. And like I said, I'm gonna be aware. Look how bright that is. I'm gonna be aware how far this goes, because I don't wanna completely cover up the highlight color. I mean, it's a paintbrush. It's not like you press hard with a paintbrush. I am barely using any water, and it's just saturating that, and it's so pretty. So pretty. Just gorgeous. Look at that. Yeah, that is a beautiful color. It reminds me of that new blue color, the Chrysocolla blue or something like that in the Lumis. Like, it's just gorgeous. So that is the risk with putting pencil directly to paper, is how much you're saturating, like when you lose your highlights. Yeah, I think we're gonna do the chicken, we're gonna do mashed potatoes and gravy, we're gonna do, little Emily absolutely loves cranberry sauce. I know it's not Thanksgiving, but she loves it so much, and we only ever do it when we do something like roast chicken. So we're gonna do some of that. We're gonna do some the gluten-free Red Lobster biscuits. I'm gonna get some carrots, do some roast carrots. Yeah, just be a smorgasbord of little snackums. Really didn't plan anything for a dessert because we're doing the birthday stuff later, and so we'll have cake from that. So that will be plenty of sugar. Ah, that's so beautiful. Let's see, are they coming up with new colors in the Lumas? No, I just hadn't gotten any of the new colors when they came out with them. What was it, like a year ago or so? How many more was it? I can't remember what the number was. But for a while they were only available on Colt pens, and they were just out of my budget. And then Marcy surprised me, and it was just like, oh, heaven, I'm in heaven. Sorry, I won't punish you guys with my singing. Okay, so I'm trying to leave that lightest area. I mean, next to the vibrancy of this color, it almost looks white where I'm leaving the highlight. Sounds good. But yeah, no, nothing new other than the last time they had new stuff. go. Oh yeah, we're gonna do deviled eggs as well because the kids will dye Easter eggs and it's the best way to use them up. So we'll do deviled eggs. I don't know, the kids, anytime we have a special occasion, the kids like to do Martinelli's too. Makes them feel fancy. Oh, I so am, Marcy. It's such a happy place. All right, let's go ahead and dry that. I swear I'm doing less and less sections of hair as we're moving on. But that's okay. So we're gonna add in the night blue, and then depending on how dark it is, we may add either some dark sap cream or maybe even some black. Hi, Renee! Renee, we're using the pencils and they're friggin' amazing. They're so pigmented and gorgeous and luscious, and it's like Shannon said, they're like butter. Is that dry? Dry enough, I think. All right, so now we're gonna do the night blue, okay? Now, since this is considerably darker, we're just gonna, you wanna make sure that it is dry before you apply the pencil because it's gonna hit the paper just so much differently if your paper is wet. Let's see, just check and check. All right, so we're going to put some here because that's where the top of that hair lies. So we're definitely laying in our darker color. Yeah, most definitely. Oh, I left off that spot. Oh well, we're just gonna keep rolling with it. I'll get to it eventually. But I wanna, like I said, I wanna try and get as much done as possible tonight. But what's also cool is with the parents here, we'll have a babysitter. So at some point, Steve and I are gonna go out on a date. But I mean, we might actually even go like see a movie. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen what's playing. I'll have to check and see what the It movies are right now. I don't know. Has anybody been to the theater recently? I think that new Mario movie is there, but be good to vet it for the kids. But I suppose if we're gonna go on a date, we shouldn't go see a movie for the kids when the kids aren't even there. Wait, what makes you, oh, wait, the pencils make you ill? Hi, Ron, thank you. Oh, the theater. I was like, wait, what? How did the pencil? I got that, sorry. My brain's having to catch up a little bit. I was like, how on earth are you licking them? I don't understand. Why do these are like the nicest pencils? Oh, awesome, Amy. I mean, I know we all like to smell the pencils and pet them, but I gotta be honest, if you're licking them, that might be a step one too far. Hi, Katrina. I mean, you know, to each his own, whatever floats your boat, but you know. His Only Son, amazing movie. Ooh, okay, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I'll have to look and see, pull up the, you know, what's playing in theaters. Whenever A Man Named Otto was in theaters, I was like, oh, I love Tom Hanks, I'll go see that. And then I read like what the movie, because I know it's been made previously, and I read what it's about, and I was like, oh no, Tom Hanks is gonna make me cry. I don't want to go see that. Oh, 3 hours long. Oh my goodness. Well, we're definitely gonna do the typical, you know, dinner and a movie kind of deal. All right, so I'm using the round number 1 again. And let's see. Oh my goodness, it's just so dark. I love that. Okay, that is super pigmented. We're gonna have to be wary about how much we're dragging down so we can keep our highlights. Oh, I didn't put any here. Hang on. That should have gone there. There we go. See, and the thing of it is once I get the hair down, I see like, I always come back and do the skin because it tells me kind of like, oh, okay, I need to darken it up here, balance that out a little bit. Oh my gosh, look at how gorgeous these colors are. It's just amazing. Aw, thanks, Ryan. It just takes practice. It just takes practice. We're comparing this one to the last time I did this page, which was in 2016. So we're making improvements. I don't know. You guys want me to leave that up and compare and contrast a little bit? All right, I mean, just look at that. It was just beautiful. So pigmented. Bring that up a little bit there. Just beautimous. Exactly, yeah. Practice makes progress. Forget who originally said that. I know that Johanna put it in her book, but she had said she had got it from someone. I can't remember who. There we go. Bring some of that up. It's just so pretty. Oh, drop my brush. Enchanted Forest is your first. Mine too. Even without glasses on. Right? The blue is just, it's amazing. Well, like I said, with that 2016 version, I did Prismacolor. So it's obviously they're gonna look different as it is, but where I'm putting my darker colors and my lighter colors is where it's gonna make the difference. My paintbrush isn't super wet. It's just enough to activate the pigment and kind of move things around. Sorry, I'm in concentrate mode here. I'll look up and chat in just a second. Last little sections. There we go. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, before I add any more darkness to the hair, first we're gonna dry it. Right? Yeah, I mean, this was, what did I count? 7 years ago? Yeah, 7 years ago. I was so much more nervous about doing skin tone then. A lot of my skin tones ended up being really, really light. Oh, rest up. Oh yeah, they're amazing. Renee, I've had so much fun. Oh, I posted a picture of it here. I'll show you real quick. I posted a picture of it on my stories, but I was playing with it in Maggie's book and I did these fish. I couldn't help it. Honestly, I was supposed to be doing chores, but like I couldn't. I sat down and did that instead. You know, Steve is never one to be like, well, aren't you supposed to be doing something else? Like he came in and kind of had a chuckle to himself. I just want to play with my toys. I'll finish cleaning in a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit more brown. Let's zoom that in just a little bit more brown. I have the original for that one somewhere. Actually, I wonder if I left that one. I'm trying to remember if I left that one in the book or if I took it out. Let's see. So Summer Nights would be this book. Trying to see, because I cut out a lot of pages because what I would do is I would laminate them. Let's see, this was, okay, not this one. This one was, hold on, zoom out a little bit. Careful. This one was a pretty early on one too. That was done kind of the same year. And it might have been later because I was starting to try to venture into skin tone and whatnot. Let's see. Yeah, I must have taken that one out because the way that I have it posted, I think I was able to scan it in and remove. Oh, wait, nope, there it is. There it is. Okay, that's the original. Now, obviously the lighting for the camera isn't as bright as I can get when I scan it in, but yeah, that's the original. Let's see, where'd my headphones go? Here we go. All right, it's my birthday time, exactly. Okay, so now we're gonna darken up. We're gonna darken up this, and we are doing a limited palette for her skin tone. So the only pencils we've been using for her skin tone are the Raw Umber, the Vermilion, and the Primrose. Was a mandala book, nice. Kitty has been beside himself. I refilled one of his catnip toys. He's a happy camper right now. It's hilarious. Okay, so let's go ahead, get that round one again. And because it's such a dark one, we're using the palette so that we don't get too much. We're basically treating it like regular watercolors when we do it this way. So we're gonna get just a little bit and we're gonna go in a bit darker here. Like I said, when I first started doing skin tones, I was almost too nervous to go with more dramatic colors. And so consequently, I ended up with a lot of really light skin tones. Right? There's something so relaxing. And really, who interrupts someone playing with their birthday presents? Oh no! Well, it was my because like I just announced, like I was like, oh, I'm gonna organize the office. I'm gonna get it all cleaned up, and then I was like looking at, I'm like, or I could do that. So, needless to say, my office is still a disaster area, but I'm cleaning that tomorrow. It's because like my office is like my playroom. This is where I keep all my toys, and I don't necessarily want to clean up after myself. I need blasphemy. I need like an office gnome that cleans up after I'm done playing with art stuff. There's office gnomes, right? Or just like a really smart Roomba, but doesn't vacuum everything, just puts everything away for me. just office gnomes. It needs to be a thing. Little tiny magical creatures whose joy is cleaning up my messes. Okay, I feel like we need blue. We do have a Payne's gray. I do. I need a Rosie's. A Rosie. Jane, his wife. See, I'm Jane, and then Rosie will help me. I like it, Marcy. All right, we're gonna grab the Payne's gray. Just a little bit. Let's dry where we put that brown so we can get a more accurate image of what colors we need. They're called maids. Typically, it will cost you about 20 bucks an hour. Well, dang, man, that's not a bad idea. Let's see, here's my thing though, with like, if I were to have a housekeeper or if I were to hire a maid, how on earth would the housekeeper or maid know where I want things? Like, I feel like she would have to ask me all the time. And so at that point, I might as well do it myself. Like, you ever see that Seinfeld episode where he hires like a housekeeper or whatever, and he's like super paranoid about it? Like, how awkward would it be if I was just here and be like, can you clean up my mess for me? Like, I feel like she should look at me and be like, you are a grown woman, clean up your own mess. And I'd be like, but I didn't want to. First Oakland was a couple of Dover coloring books I picked up at a hobby and craft store in Vancouver. Nice! I need a crafting room fairy, right? Yes, a crafting room fairy. I'm liking these orders, right? All right, so we're gonna do the Payne's gray. I did just a little bit, but I think we can go in just a bit darker with it. It's kind of a cooler gray, so it's bringing into that blue that I wanted to have a little bit, but not like a super strong blue. Like I said, it's gonna look darker. It's gonna look darker before it dries. Smooth multiplicity, she made clones out. See, ooh, there we go. I need a clone. No, you bring them in while you clean it up the first time so they can see what you do and say, now you do it. So here's, okay, well that could be a thing. That could be a thing. See, I've never had like a housekeeper. I always even found it awkward, like when I stay at a hotel and like, I feel the need to like clean up my suitcase, everything. Like, I don't want like the housekeepers to come in and be like, well, this person is just a complete and utter hot mess. I just feel bad. I'm like, I'll do it myself. I'm sorry. Arteza, AKA our teasers. Exactly. Same thing. And they're like, no one else knows how I like my stuff organized. It's an organized chaos, right? The thing of it is though, it's like, I know where everything's at. And so then I clean everything up and get it all organized and beautiful. And I'm like, I don't know where anything is. I knew where it was when I had it in neat piles on the floor. Cause that's what I'll do. Like post stream, I'll be like, okay, well, I can't put away this pencil case yet because these pencils are still out, but I really don't feel like putting away these pencils right now. So I'll stack pencil cases by the bookshelf where the pencils go. And then next thing you know, weeks pass and it's like, oh, I still haven't put these away. Steve's amazing though. Like, we share this office. He never says anything. As long as there's a path to his computer, we're good. The rest of the house is fine, but it's like my office is just a disaster area. So tomorrow I will maybe I'll take a picture of it to keep myself accountable and then share it like on Instagram. Be like, all right guys, look, I cleaned up my mess. I don't know, like, we're artists. It's supposed to be messy, right? Like, it's the way it is. The things are, okay, yeah, no, it's not hoarders. It's not, it's literally organized. I worked in a household with servants. I was a maid, did the laundry, ironing and such, and also drove. They have things in order and you learn where things go. That's fair. That's fair. You clean and toss and put things where they seem logical. All right. Yeah, no, it is not that case. It's my own organized chaos. It's more of the case of, okay, I have this jar of pencils. I need to put things back where it goes. I have this stack of books. I need to get it organized in the bookshelf. It's more that. It is definitely not, there's no food kept in here. Like, no, it's just literally stacked piles of art supplies that I just haven't put away. Yes, logical chaos. I like it. Oh, awesome, Deanna. I'm so glad. I got fired from the maid job, though. The missus and I went shopping for decor for their upcoming barbecue. Her and I got along like a mom and daughter. Wait, but she fired you? Oh, no. I just got rotating desk organizer storage with nice coupons. Nice. Okay, let's see. We need to darken up her nose a little bit. We're getting a lot of this darkness around, but it's not playing here. We also need to do her eyes. Let's actually go ahead. Yeah, mine is definitely an organized chaos. Well, and before we moved here, my office was my bedroom, so I kind of had to keep things cleaned up. Otherwise, it would just overwhelm the bedroom. But now I have my own separate office room, so that helps. Okay, that helps. Her eye's not done. I just got some blue kind of as a placeholder there. All right, let's do a little bit more brown. The total bill from Saks was over. Oh! Oh! My word. 15,000? I don't think, I mean, I'm sure over the course of my lifetime, you know, between rent and cars and whatever, I've spent that much, but I cannot even fathom spending, what, like, I mean, I guess it'd be easy depending on the stuff that you're buying. Like, I mean, heck, I could spend 15K on art supplies if I dropped it all at once. I can't even fathom that. Like, brain isn't working. I need to go stuffing my head in the... Oh, I hope you feel better soon. Lots of rest. Thank you so much for the birthday present. I mean, you know, it's people with different lifestyles, though. Like, somebody who's used to a higher income, that's going to be, you know, normal spending to them. But for me, who you know, I don't even know what I am at level. Definitely, like, I don't know. I've been pretty much like lower middle class all my life. I don't know. Do people even think of classes anymore? Oh, that's crazy. I can't even, yeah, I cannot. I would literally be sick to my stomach if I spent that much. I'd be like, oh no. If I spent that much, it'd be because I was like getting a pony. In 1970, oh my gosh. 15K in 1978. I mean, what is the equivalent of that? I mean, it's what would be the equivalent of that these days? I mean, I know it would be a lot. You think it'd be closer upwards of like 15K in 1978? Do you think it'd be closer to like 50K in 2023? You know, that's one of my favorite things to do. A lot of times if I am watching, you know, something even like Downton Abbey or whatever else, like, you know, the episode in Downton Abbey where he tells him that like he lost, like he invested in some sort of thing, and, you know, they had to make, you know, cuts or whatever to the estate because of the money they lost, whatever it was. What I like to do is I like to look up what the equivalent would, you know, what it would be now. Because they say, oh, I live on 300 pounds a year. And I'm like, oh, that wouldn't even be enough for my rent. So, you know, you look up to see what the equivalent of that would be, you know, these days compared to, you know, the turn of the century, you know? I always find it super interesting. Absolutely. And a solution for middle class tax refund in the mail. Oh, that's cool. Sounds good, Bonnie. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know. Am I the only one that that likes to do that? Compare what, you know, especially if you're watching like a period movie, you know, whether it's, you know, Jane Austen or something like that, you know. I don't know. I find it intriguing. This guy had a condo that was a full floor looking over Central. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, because I've seen some of those, oh my gosh, if he still has that from 1978, there's probably like $1 million just to buy that place. I like watching those apartment ones that you see on YouTube where he gives like tours of like these apartments that cost, you know, like this apartment is $5,000 and it's 25 square feet, you know? Like it's good. About 69,000 to, holy heck. Yeah, right, I love comparing then and now, exactly. So according to that, I'm middle class. I think maybe we talk about income bracket or socioeconomic status. It's all crazy these days, honestly. If you can afford eggs, you know, then you're doing just fine. Oh, I gotcha. But dang, can you imagine? I don't know. That's, you know, more power to him. More power to him. Yeah, but I like watching those tours of apartments in New York, and then it makes me like, well, dang, man, I only pay this for this many square feet. I'm never moving to New York. But can you imagine having a house like right in Times Square? Okay, I'm liking the way she's coming. We're getting a little bit of light glare here. I feel like you guys aren't getting, there you go. That's a bit more accurate. I bet it's darker, but yes, a bit more accurate. To own a tiny house? Yeah, my parents have kind of done the tiny living stuff, and there's something appealing about it. Just the simplification of, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like my stuff, but you know, the simplification of life is definitely appealing sometimes. I can't imagine doing a tiny house with kids because it would be super crowded. But yeah, I like the idea of a tiny house. Let's see. 9:56, we're still doing good. Let's see. Let's dry her face a little bit. Move that back down. I need more light. There we go. I don't know, I hope that wasn't rude of me. I think when you're in a state of mind of, you know, you hear 15,000 and you're like, holy heck, I've never even seen that much money in my life. I would need a tiny house for me and one for my coloring supplies. Marcy, I am right there with you. Yeah, see, there you go. Crafting supplies. I know it. I know it's hard because like I wanna, you know, like for you know, birthdays and Christmas, I want to get my mom like pencils and like all this because she also likes coloring. I've never said, you know, who she is exactly, but she watches the streams too. And, you know, I always want to get her stuff, but we have to take into account, you know, the space of storing said stuff. So it's like, okay. All right. So I'll reel it in a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Let's put a little bit of the Payne's Gray on her neck, and then I'm going to leave her skin alone for now. We may revisit it later, but I mean, we've done her skin with only like 4 pencils, with the gray, the vermilion, the primrose, and the raw umber. But have a she shed for my arm. See, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see. Let's move on to a flower. I want to get at least one flower done, but I am definitely going to darken up the shadow under her. You know what, let's get a little bit, hang on. I know I said we're going to move on a flower, but let's just do a tiny bit of black, but I'm going to use it this way because I don't want to put black directly on the paper. I think it will be too dark. Go. We still see that? Yeah. All right, so we're going to do, let's see now, is that dark enough? See, there's so much blue there. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back to that hair. Let's see, so is there a certain kind of pencil you need to use to do this? So a watercolor pencil is basically what you're gonna need for doing what I'm doing. The specific pencils we're using tonight though are the Caran D'Ache Museum Aquarelles. Renee was amazing and gifted me a 20 set for my birthday, which is why we're using them. But you know, Derwent also makes really good ones. Arteza has some. But specifically tonight, the technique we're using is watercolor pencils. Make a sign, no boys allowed. There you go. All right, let's do a flower. Now, in my original, I did orange and red flowers, but we're dealing with a smaller range of colors. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do, I think, yellowish, orangey, primrose kind of flowers. So let's do this one over here. We are just going to, and we can actually probably zoom in a little bit for this since we're dealing with a smaller area. So we're gonna cover this complete petal in Primrose. Okay, we're gonna ignore the middle parts for now. We'll do those at the end. Not too worried again about getting the Primrose on them because it's such a light color. Once we layer other colors on top, it's not really gonna matter. Now, the trick is making these not so saturated that it just is like, whoa, too much kind of thing. So we're actually going to put pencil to paper for this, and then we will desaturate it as needed by adding shadows on. I'm not going to press too hard because there is so much pigment to these pencils, and I want to make sure that it doesn't, like I said, we don't want it to overwhelm. But we're going to use the Cornelian, that's what we have here. It is the orange in the set. We're going to kind of follow the shape of the petal. Let's put a little bit down here as well. The medium color is going to be this lemon yellow. And because we're putting all three colors down now, when we add the water, we want to be careful that we're not, that we still have the separate, you know, darkest color, medium color, and highlight color. So you just kind of want to go slowly. Don't just slap a bunch of water all at once. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even see it. Thanks, Kenny. Right, I was thinking that when I started adding it, the tiger lilies, I have a picture that I have photographed, and then I think I turned it into a coloring page that was kind of orange like lilies. There we go. So we're just doing, we can always add more orange later, which we probably will because it is the brightest and probably going to be the most vibrant of the colors. I just don't want to add too much too soon. It's a lot more difficult to take away than it is to add more. That's going to go there, there. And like I said, in the previous one, I did orange and red, but I think what we're going to end up doing is more orange and yellow. So now let's go ahead. Thanks, Ron. Thanks for being here. All right, so now we're going to do yellow, lemon yellow. But that orange should blend in a bit. I don't think it'll be too strong because I did go really light, but these are incredibly pigmented. So we will build up our layers, kind of like, was it the Flowerscape book you practiced in museums with? Yes, yes, it was the Flowerscape in Paradise. And I chose this page because since it was a marine set, this is an underwater. Like I haven't added any water or I haven't added any water to like this area. So it's still a little scribbly, but that's closer. So like I've done water to like this inner area here. And then of course we have the fish. I'm not done with this one yet. But I think I'm pretty happy with the contrast that I got on these flowers here. But the cool thing is because she's got this QR code, I was able to scan it and get my color suggestions. And I just sort of built it from there. How did the paper hold up? It held up pretty good, actually. Now, obviously, because it's a slightly thinner paper than something like Johanna's, it's still thick, but it is slightly thinner. I went very sparingly with the water. I was careful not to oversaturate it, but it held up. There's obviously a little bit of curving and, crimping to the paper, but that's to be expected when you're adding water to a paper, especially when it's not a watercolor paper. But yeah, it did well. I didn't have any pilling. It didn't start to break down or anything. So yeah, it did really well. Thank you. Oh, nice. Yes, 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 definitely. Give it a shot. Like I said, I didn't use a water brush. I used mostly this paintbrush. And so just go very sparingly with your water and go slowly and then, dry a lot in between. Okay, so this is going to be really vibrant. This is going to be really vibrant. We'll probably use some Payne's Gray to tone it down a little bit, but you can see it's very strongly yellow. I probably could have used a little bit less yellow, but with the other color being orange, which is, pretty close to that family, yeah, this is going to be very, very bright. but I don't want it to overwhelm this. Now keep in mind, this is gonna be darker, a little bit darker, where I'll add more shadow, and it's gonna be all the way over. So it'll balance out. It's not gonna be, you know, something this vibrant next to something that's, you know, like pastel or anything. But, oh my gosh, there's so much pigment to these. I love it so much. You really don't have to add much. I mean, just look at how vibrant that is. That is just crazy. Awesome, I'm so excited. Yeah, very little water. It's, yeah, with these especially, you just don't need much. I mean, like, I'm dipping my brush in water, and then next to me here, you know, I have all those, like I said, sorry, can't see it, let's move the image. I've got this towel here, so when I'm dipping in water, I'm dabbing it on the towel to absorb it, and yeah, not using very much water at all. Basically, if your paper looks shiny because you dropped a puddle of water, it's too much water. Oh, I missed the towel there. It's too much water. Like, you can always add more water later, but it's, again, it's hard to take away. The water that you've already added. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna dry this now, and then we're gonna go in and use the orange pencil as we would watercolor pan, and then add more to it, because I do want it to be more orange than I do yellow. The other ones are gonna be yellow, but I want there to be a balance, because these are different than these flowers here. So we will do them accordingly. I wanted to do the orange in front though, because orange and blue are complementary, and so they will look nicest next to it. So let's go ahead and put some of that here. Like I said, this is that cornelian. Keep in mind that if you are wetting your actual pencil lead, that is going to soften the lead a little bit. So if you go from using it as you would like a watercolor palette to coloring, keep in mind it's going to be weaker. So make sure that your pencil lead has dried completely before you start pressing too hard. Sorry, my train of thought was lost a little bit. Okay. So we're gonna add a bit more of that orange. What we might end up adding too is a little bit of vermilion, because I want it to look, like I said, I want it to look more orange than yellow. I added probably more yellow than I should have. So we wanna try and counteract that just a little bit. Let's see, are we still good? Yes, we're still good. If anybody that's just coming in, if you're wondering why I've got this other picture next to it and what we're doing looks nothing like it, it's because that was what I did previously in 2016. So we're kind of comparing how far I've come, since I did it last time. Okay. See, that's looking more orange than yellow, I think. Definitely more of a yellow orange, but I want the orange to be a bit stronger. Go, just going over it a little bit, and then we're gonna grab the vermilion. There we go. Let's go ahead and dry it just a little bit. But I'd like to think that even if we're not going to finish this one completely, this is, if you're following along for educational purposes, this is giving you enough kind of tips and tricks to make your way through here. All right, let's get the vermilion. I mean, honestly, the amount of work in progresses we have right now, there's a lot. Okay, so let's get a little bit of this red. There we go. And with all of that kind of yellow and orange, that's making it more orange than it is yellow. Despite the fact that this, I mean, vermilion by itself is kind of an orangey red anyway. It's not a real red. But it's making it less of a, you know, flower that was colored with a highlighter, you know? Ooh, the artist editions, yes. Absolutely. Well, and that's what this one is. This one is a artist edition of Hanna's Summer Nights. That's what this one comes from. Summer Nights was my first Hanna Karlzon book. Hence why this one was done in 2016. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish with this vermilion. We're gonna do the little stalks that are, what do you call these? The pistons? What is the technical term for for these that are in the middle of the flower. Anyway, we'll do those, and then we're gonna add a little Payne's Gray on top of it to kind of mute it just a little bit. I mean, you can see from looking at the palette, I'm not using a ton of pigment. It doesn't take, oh well, too late. It's not gonna take a ton of pigment to change. I mean, these are just, they're just so, they're so pigmented, they're glorious. Stamen, thank you, that's what it is. Needing such a small amount, these pencils should last forever. Oh, right? Oh, absolutely. That's the same thing with the Pablos. So I definitely go through the Lumis faster because they are a softer leaded pencil. But like the Pablos, for instance, what was it? Ev gifted me that like it feels like ages ago. Would have been a couple years at least. And it still like almost looks like a full set despite the fact that I still continually use them. So yeah. I feel like with such high quality pigments and leads, like a little bit goes a long way. And then activate that way without weakening the tip. Ah, I like it, Marilyn. Yes. Oh, you know what? I have one of those. I have it for the gelatos. Yeah, because it's got a rougher side to it. That is a good tip, Marilyn. For those of you that don't know, the Caran D'Ache palette, it has almost on one side of it, it's rough, almost like a cutting board would be. And so it's got a little bit more of a texture, so you can kind of, rather than moving to get something soft, it takes off that pigment without having to damage the tips at all. All right. Yeah, you really don't need that's why they've made their rounds in the coloring book community, because they're like literally where pencils and paint meet, and they're a happy medium. So I know I'm moving it a lot, and it's kind of obnoxious when it's right there, but moving it, you know, it's really hot heat that comes out of here, and you really don't want to damage the paper. So kind of like when you're blow drying your hair, you wouldn't leave it in the same place. But because I'm not using that much water, it also dries pretty quickly. It's still slightly damp up there, but it's good enough for us to go ahead and add just a bit more color. So we're gonna grab the Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray. I did a lot of water there, but I want to get a bit more pigment. But I mean, look at that. Like, it's just barely, I really don't need to sharpen these, like, at all. Right, there you go. So my mom always says, can't take it with me. And I'm like, well, okay. or Mom, we got you for a while still. All right, so we're gonna use the Payne's Gray. We're gonna go slowly. All right, so that's not too dark, but that's nice for adding the shadow, and you can see how that's kind of muting it a little bit. So I'm going to be adding, oh, I said I was going to do the stamens first, didn't I? Oh, well, we'll go back to them. We'll do them. But these areas where you know that it's going to be darker because of the way petals are overlapping and everything else, that's where you know to add your Payne's Gray. I will say, I feel like I've gotten a little bit more open with using grays and blacks for shading than I have in the past, you know, strictly like complementary colors. But as I've branched out, I've gotten a little bit more comfortable with it. Okay, so we're gonna use that here. But you see how that's just kind of muting it a little bit and giving it a little bit of shadow, less, you know, like just, you know, bright markers on a page or something. We're giving it a little bit more depth. There we go. And it's pretty subtle. Once it dries, if you want to add more, because you can see, you know, kind of truly how dark it's gotten once it dries, you know, you can always add more. But with watercolors, it's just, you know, go light and then add more later. As long as, you know, the paper isn't like breaking down or anything. Obviously, once the paper starts to break down, then you're kind of limited on how much, you know, how dark you can go. What? Deanna? Oh my goodness. Be like, all right, kids, you're out of the will. I'll be so mad. Thanks, Marcy. Let's see. Let's go ahead and color directly on the paper for this. But we're just gonna do it on the left-hand side because that paint's gonna drag over when we wet it anyway. I don't know, I will say, like, the thing I hate about just being more of a grown-up is the conversations that you have to have like that. Like, I don't want to think about that. I'm good. Okay, let's grab a green. Let's grab the chromium oxide green. And we'll go ahead and put that pigment directly. Let's my head in there. I feel like I'm just keep leaning more and more forward here. There we go. All right. All right, let's grab our... they aren't appreciating them enough, Deanna. All right. Woo. You see how different that is when you like do it directly in the book versus, you know, putting it on a palette first. Now I'm trying to make sure that I'm leaving that lighter spot on the right-hand side. There we go. I'm not dragging that brown over too far. And it really tells you how little water you need, because literally I dipped this paintbrush in the water at the beginning, and all I do is I'm just dabbing it on the towel, which means there's very little water in here, and it's still reacting that way. It's amazing. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and activate this green here, but it's just a flat green, so I want to add, I missed that. Hang on, here we go. Pretty light, but we're actually gonna bring in the black because I don't think the gray would stand out as much on there, so we're gonna grab the black, and actually rather than using the palette, I am just gonna touch the tip of my brush to that directly because I do want a stronger black, but not as strong as it would be if I were to put the pencil directly to the paper. And then we're actually gonna get a little bit of that black here as well. Now that we have the colors around it, we can comfortably darken that up just a little bit. I mean, honestly, as long as your paper is holding out, you can just keep adding color for the watercolors. Ooh, that's a little bit too dark. There we go. But you see how that's getting its depth now? Need a little bit more water. And if you do put too much on, as long as you're quick with getting water to kind of spread it out, you can generally kind of salvage that. I try not to, like, if the kids need me or if, like, you know, something's going on with the pets or I need to step away, I try not to step away from what I'm working on. If I'm in the middle, like right now, I would really hate to walk away from this in the middle of it when everything's still wet and I'm adding stuff. Just because if it dries, it's going to be a lot more difficult to fix anything. So I try to work pretty quickly once I've started adding the pigment to paper. And the way that we're muting this with the black and everything is kind of how we're going to go in with the hair too. I want to make sure that we get a variation of shades and not just the darkest blue. We've still got quite a bit of bright orange down there, so as soon as we're done with the base here, we'll go ahead and add a little bit more. Let's actually go in with the Payne's Gray. I don't want it to be too dark, and we're going to grab directly from the pencil again. That's pretty dark. Like I said, if you work quickly, you can always grab, you know, clean your brush, grab a little bit more water, and you can generally fix most things as long as it's still wet. And here's the thing, with these, as pigmented as they are, I'm also reactivating the orange that's underneath. So adding this water on top is also thinning out that orange just a little bit. Sorry, I know I'm not looking up at chat at the moment, but I'm in the zone. I start adding these darker colors. I don't want to see. I was focused on the page. I started wetting my pencil up there. Just try to move fairly quickly. Too much. There we go. Just kind of spread it out a little bit. But it also helps with the blending when you can kind of move that pigment around after the fact. And that's one other really good sign of a really good watercolor pencil, is the fact that you can reactivate it once it's on the paper. Some of the cheaper brands, some of the cheaper brands, you can't really reactivate. Aw, thank you. And it makes it just a little bit difficult. I know I keep saying but that's just because I'm distracted. And also the is like me trying to formulate my words. Okay, so let's go ahead with just water. I'm gonna go in and smooth this out, reactivate it just a little bit. Try to avoid those kind of chunky blocks of color. Obviously, if I was doing regular pencils, like I'd want to smooth it out. I want to blend them together. See, that is the sign of a primo watercolor pencil. The fact that you can reactivate it so easily and just kind of smooth everything out. I love it. These are amazing. Cannot believe what I was missing. Renee, I know you left already, but if you watch it back, thank you. It's been amazing. Ugh, quality, quality, quality. Seriously. 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, would recommend. All right, let's go ahead and dry that. See, and I'll probably even end up adding a little bit more black or Payne's gray to the middle part of it. But I'd like to think that gives you a pretty good idea of how to use your watercolors on these pages. Like I said, this isn't from, oh, I got a little drop of water there. This isn't from Summer Nights, the actual book. This is the artist edition. I do have the link for it below. I do have the link for it below, but it is out of print, so it's going to be a bit more expensive than your standard book. But yeah, I feel like I'll have to post a side-by-side when I get it all done on Instagram so people can see the difference. I mean, I don't know if it's a totally fair comparison since we're using very different tools, but it is still kind of fun to see, you know, how far you've come. All right, let's go ahead and pull up our words on stream because it is 10:21. Let's pause the music. Okay, we're gonna log in here. Who's ready for some words on stream? Okie dokie. So let's go ahead. Let's grab the link. We're gonna pop over to here. And right here. Oh, that's not right. That doesn't look right at all. It is. It's just a really long link. Ah, that's better. There we go. All right, let's turn the volume up just a little bit. Make it me. I love it. All righty, I think we're all good to go. Warm up your playing fingers. There we go. Come pull this right over here. Here we go. Okay, so let's see. F. You crack me up. Rattle, there we go. Later, tear, teal, teat. Okay, so if you're new here and you've never played this before, this is Words on Stream. We usually play this at the end of stream. It's just a word mixing game. Same scoring as Scrabble. You just put in your word guesses in chat and they will pop up on here. No need to download anything. You can use the QR code to play if you want, but it's not necessary. I was running out of breath there. Sorry, I was getting a drink real quick. All right, so we've got 3 4-letter words and 4 5-letter words left. Let's see. Teal, tear. What about tail? T-A-L-E. There we go. One more 4-letter word. It's gonna start with a... You're gonna do late? Oh, late. We haven't done late. That's a word. Am I still locked out? I am still locked out. L-A-T-E. I have it all in caps. Oh my goodness. There we go. Late. There it is. Okay, so 3 more 5-letter words. Alter. So we know it's gonna start with a T. Just adder. Is adder a word? A-T-T-E-R? Oh wait, I was still locked out. Let's try that again. No, we got tater. Oh, alert. There we go. Oh no, we're all done, but we got it. That should get us skip 3 levels. Ba-da-ba-dum. Nice. Alrighty, Deborah. I always called you Deb. It's Deborah. Deborah and Aaron. First and second place for that one. All right. Tioning. Is hotting a word? That is a word. All right. Let's see. Thing. Sorry. I saw your word, Shannon, and that was just... Sometimes I don't have a filter, and tonight, Marcy, that's good. I don't have a filter, and things just come out. It happens. Thin. Oh, and ting, T-I-N-G. Let's see. Ting, there we go. Let's see, what about, got night. What about not? I think that's N-A-U-G-H-T. Come to play words on stream, Steve? Hint? Thin. Haunt. Haunt. It's a word. Oh, Evelyn. We both did haunt. I don't even know if it's a word. Let's see.
Toting.
Toting? T-O-T-I-N-G? Nice. Good job, Steve. I just got Steve's word. Let's see. 2 more 4-letter words and 1 more 5-letter word. Trying to think. Maybe oit. Oit is a word? Oh, into. That's good, Marcy. I think that's good enough to get us to skip 3 levels. Oh, tint. Oh, no, there was 2 T's. Oh, no, tint was, Shannon already got 10. I was like, wait a minute. That should have taken it. Oh, ingot. Oh, Marcy, that's a good one. Okay, there's a fake letter. There's a potential I-N-G. Okay, I'm gonna try ping. Pencil. Okay, the G is the fake letter. Nice, Steve. Oh my gosh, we're an art channel. We should have gotten pencil. Steve's over here getting pencil. What?
You should have.
I know. I'm a little disappointed in myself, honestly. Pine. Nice. Line. Pile. What about Nile? Maybe.
Epic.
Neil. Oh, epic. Yay! Okay, there's a 4-letter word at the top that's going to also start with a C. What about sign? C-I-N-E. Sine and cosine. Or no, that starts with an S, doesn't it? Oh, I was locked out anyway. I'm gonna try it again. It's a word. Why? That's a gross word. There are some words that you just see and it just don't like it. Shannon got number 1 for that one. But good job. All right, there's a fake letter, no hidden letters. I feel like this should make the word Hufflepuff. Gosh, could be a PH, could be an OU. I'm gonna do foul. Oh, help, that's good. Oh, Megan did foul. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so the fake letter is the O. The fake letter is, oh, wait. Oh, hopeful. Oh, that uses all the letters. Never mind. Okay, so the fake letter is the O. So, helpful? Helpful? No, that's too many letters because it's a 7-letter. Okay, well, fell. Throw that one in. There we go. So the second 4-letter word starts with an F. Helpful. What did I spell it wrong? Oh, I spelled it with 2 L's. Yeah. No, I spelled helpful too, but I spelled it with 2 L's. I can't spell. Okay, flu. All right, but not, achoo, but more like the flue in a fireplace. A sneeze, there you go. Okay, so now, would those both start with, pull, no, we did that. What about Pell? Is Pell a word? Pew is P-E-W. What? Roly-poly pell-mell. I'll be very impressed if any of you know that book. Roly-poly pell-mell down the hill. So it's a children's book, but a classic. It's been around for a while. Ev, number 1 in that one. Very nice. All right, so first word I saw was sneef. It's not actually a word. So there's a fake letter. Oh, I'm gonna have to take one for the team. Taking one for the team. It's a medical word. Maybe I'll wait and see if we actually need it. I'm not gonna type it yet. I'll see if we need it for our score. Okay, fine. Enemies, nice, Steve. Okay, so the F is fake. Semi. You guys say semi or semi? Let's see. Fem uses 2 M's. Nice. Okay, so we don't actually need it for the score. Do I type it? Do I do it? Do I take one for the team? I'm sorry, guys. I'm taking one for the team. Children, close your eyes! Oh no, they took it, and it's up there now! This is adult coloring! Oh Lord. I can't type anything else now? I'm sorry. What?
Oh.
Well, it's getting us further in levels. You know, you just shush. Shush you. Okay, we have one more 5-letter word. I don't think anybody, unless it was a mod. I think only me and mods can type those kinds of words anyway. As long as I don't say it out loud, we're good. Anybody? I don't know what that last one is. But hey, we're gonna get skip 3 levels. Get us up to level 15. Alrighty, RN, number 1 in that one. Level 15. All right, so there's a hidden letter and a fake letter. Let's see. Tine, all right, so those are safe. Teen, so it's the B, we'll try bite. Bite, okay, so the C is fake. The C is fake. Let's see. Ben, B-E-E-N. What about Benedict? Benedict? Is that too many letters? Yeah, it needs to be 7 letters. Oh wait, but the C is fake, so that wouldn't have worked anyway. Gosh, what is that? Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. Maybe it's not a Tine word. And benefit. Okay, I was wrong. Nice. Okay, then let's do, yep, fine. Okay, so the hidden letter is an F, yeah. Okay, so, oh, beef. Okay, let's do fiend, because it's, or fint. Fight. Feet. laugh if that one worked. Well, we met our goal, so we're good. Fet. That works. Like, I recognize the word, but I don't actually know what it means. All right, continue. Angela, number 1 spot. Very nice. Oh, night. No? Okay, well, that was a 6-letter word that did not work. Okay, think. So those letters are good. I'm gonna try nay. Thine. Okay, nay did not work. That means the G is fake. The G is fake. All right, well, that clears out ing words. Okay, so if the G is fake, heckin'. Okay, so no G. Think? No. Okay, so think with an E. Think E. Try a U. Thunk? No. Try hints. Maybe it's an S somehow. Maybe another T. Try tint. Oh no, wait, dang it. It's 5-letter words only. Oh my gosh, I am not helpful. Ooh, wow, guys. Right? I know it. A C? Oh, okay, still can't think of anything. Thick, yes. Oh.
Oh, no.
Thicket.
Species, never mind.
What?
No, that's wrong.
Oh. Dang it. That was rough, guys. Thicken! Nice! Gotta squeeze it in right at the end. All right, we'll go one more time. You guys want to go one more time? All right, restart. Shannon. Shannon won number 1 overall on both of them. Okay, task. A tasket. Let's see. Oh. I know it. Attacks. Attack and attacks. I can't type it right now. Yeah, attacks. Ah, Ev, you got it all through in there. Let's see. Ooh, sack. What about, is atta a word? Cask. Let's see. Axe with a K. Axe. No, I did that. Huh. Let's see. 4 more 3-letter words.
4 letters.
Yeah, sorry. Hold on. Ta-ta. Just right. Tats. There you go. Oh, stat. There we go. Okay, 1 more. It's gonna start with an A. Aska? I don't know. X. It's probably gonna start with it's gonna be AC. ACSA? I don't know, because it's gotta be, it's either, it's in alphabetical order, so it'd be AC, ACAS? I don't even know. No, we already did Axe. ACTA. Well, good job. That'll get us skip 3 levels anyway. All right, continue. Vision. Vision? Vision, there we go. All right, Paul, now here's the rule, bud. If you get up on the desk, no putting your booty in the camera. Oh yeah, invasion. Yeah, invasion. Sorry, I saw Ev's invision, but yeah, invasion. Okay, so Visa. Ions, Nova. And oh, Anon. There we go. Ins, Anon, Ions, Nova. Oh, Vein. Okay, so the next one starts with a V. Vino. Novas. Oh, Veins. Oh wait, Megan got Veins. Why didn't that go in? Oh, I think you were still locked out. No? No, Veins not, Veins isn't on there. Well, I guess Veins is, it's V-E-I-N-S. There's another 6-letter word though. In... Vanas. I have no idea. Vinas? Ooh, I don't know on that one. What about Anons? Did we already try that? Just throwing plural of everything in there. Vinos. That's alright, we did it. We made our goal. We're good. All right, continue. Shannon, #1 on both. Nice. All right, there is a fake letter here. So, grand. Oh, grandma. Grandma, the answer's grandma. The L is fake. Steve, type in grandma. Oh, Megan got grandma. Okay, we're good. Well, gosh, what other word can you spell with grandma? My grand. Am grand. I am grand. Granada. Granda. Okay, let's see. Oh, lard. Oh no, the L was fake. Dang it, I forget my own words. Marred? It's amazing to me the words they allow and don't allow. Anga. Amga. Agma? I'm just throwing out random things now. A guard? Out of you. Trying to figure out, Steve, what do you think? What else can you spell with grandma? Mangrad. Grad man, the man who graduates. Let's see, what about mad grand? My grand is mad. Grand mad. Grandam, what is that?
I just guessed.
I was over there talking about mad grandmas.
In my head, it sounded like a word I knew from some obscure thing, and I could not tell you what.
That's fair. Ah, but Shannon still got #1 overall. Oh, it's a car. Okay. Oh, a Grand Am. Okay, so quiet. So we know it's not the fake letter. I'm gonna do quite. Quite. Oh, equate. Equate. Oh no, wait, that's 2 E's. Just quate, maybe? Quate? That's a G that I put there. Let's see. quit. We can definitely do quit. So wait, if the L is okay, what's the fake letter? Q, U, I, E, T. Oh, it's N. The N is the fake letter. Let's see. Oh, quail. Oh no, we already did quail. E, no, not equate. So no N. Oh, what about tile? There we go. Oh, tail. Tile, oh, teal. I like teal.
Oh, it's no N, right?
Yeah, no N. The N is the fake letter. Oh, quilt. Quilt. You did N quilt. Quilt. Nice, Megan. Let's see. What's the big one? Equital? Oh wait, I was still locked out. Equital. Maybe? Maybe not. I don't know what that big one is. But hey, we made the goal, so we're good. Skip 2 levels, works for me. All right, Megan, number 1, just blowing us out of the water. All right, there is a fake letter. So, gown. Okay, so wing and gown. We haven't cleared the L or the U or the other G. Let's try gong. G-O-N-G. Long, okay, we cleared that one. I'm gonna guess it's the U. If gong, okay, yep, gone. So it's the, it's the U. The U is the fake letter. So let's see. Could still be an ing. Oh, glowing. Glowing! There we go. See, I was almost there. I was working on it. Do logging without a with two G's in there? Maybe logging? Login. Oh, login, yeah. There we go. Hello? Login is totally a thing. Type it again.
Login, I think.
Lingo. Well, that's just rude. Let's see. What about loin? Did we do loin? There we go. Let's see. Login with 2 G's. Just throwing it out there. Login. Hey, but we met our goal. We're doing good. Do, do, do. Alrighty, onward we go. We're chipping away at these levels. Okay, there is a fake letter. Oh gosh, I hope that's not the 6-letter word. Oh, peer. Okay, so the P is the fake letter. The P is the fake letter. C's. Okay, so if there's no P, rises. Oh my god, I meant to hit an R! Oh my gosh. Oh. I did nothing I meant to type. Okay, so 2 E's. He rises. Maybe. There you go. Type it again in case I was still locked out. No, okay. What about... Oh, series! Nice, Aaron. Let's see. Ayers. Oh, what about Sirs? Here we go. What about... It's gonna start with an S. Sears. Sare. Nice, but we cleared the board. That's gonna get us skip 3 levels. All right, Megan and Aaron, #1 spots. Megan is way up there. Maybe it's an E. Inhale. That's the first word I saw. It is not an E. Okay, well, let's try haul. It's not that either. Okay, what about hill? Sneaky suspicion it's the H. Null, okay. Nail. Oh, so that's it. Yeah, the H is the fake letter. No H. All right, well then what about luau? Maybe it's another vowel. Lane, okay. What do you think, Steve? Let's try a G. Gall. Oh, it's a G. It's a G. Okay, so no U and it's a G. So. Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. No H, but it's a G. So it's. So. Well, that's not it. That's all the letters, I think. Yeah. Let's see. Lingual? Lingual. Haha! Lingual! Okay, so now we need to do ling lung. Oh, what about gall? No, we did gall. Align. I did gall. Align. Nice, Steve. Woohoo! We made it. All right, skip 2 levels. Sorry, Megan. I took your spot. I'm sorry. Okay, hidden letter and a fake letter. Let's try listen. Maybe it's an O. Lines, nice. What about lens? Oh no, it's all 5-letter words. Signs, okay, that clears the 2 S's. Okay, so what about lesson? As in, listen. Okay, so we cleared the I, it's the U. The U is the fake letter. U is the fake letter, so... So I-E-L-S, hang on. S-N-E-E-S-L-I. Okay, so what about listens? Listen by itself. Lou is a good one. What about if we had an S? Lose. I don't think that's one. As in, we're gonna lose because I can't think of it. No, bliss. Maybe it's a B? Bliss. It's a B. It's a B. Oh, bliss. No, what would it be? What would it be? It's a B. Is it bless? Bless. Okay, bless. Blessy? No, blesses? I don't know what that one. No. Oh, we did good though. We did good. All right, let's go back to sensible. Ugh. That's too big of a word. I don't like that. My brain doesn't. I need more coffee if I'm going to come up with that word. All right. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks for doing this with me. Like I said, no stream next week. I won't be here at all. But the schedule for the 2 weeks of Kirby is in the link below. So be sure to check it. That was incredibly rough. Be sure to check it because there's going to be lots of streams going on, all surrounded by Kirby or surrounding. It's all about Kirby. And then I'll be back the following week and we'll do my Kirby stuff. So everyone have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for celebrating my birthday with me this week. Thank you for that present that you said that it's on its way. That was so sweet. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Have a wonderful, birthday. Have a great week next week. Have a good Easter. Enjoy time with family or whatever it is you do. Keep being awesome. And I will chat with you all a little bit later. All right, everyone. Have a great night. Bye.